Good to be here. Showdaji. Yep, it was a good time. Happy New Year to all the Upsaloga. It's part of our New Year's and always a good celebration. Yes, I'll say Showdaji. Balaja Agimachalahuk. Chidik. Hello, my relatives out there. My name is Christian Parrish, Takes the Gun, aka Superman. I'm from the Upsaloga Nation, Crow Nation in Montana. My Upsaloga name is Agimachala, which means good fortune on Mother Earth. And it's a good day to be here on powwows.com. Hey. Yeah, when it comes to hip hop, I've been doing hip hop for about 15 or about 10 years or so around there. And just loving the culture of hip hop itself, b-boying and, DJing and stuff like that. So it's been a while, I've been doing music quite a while, but as a dancer, being a powwow dancer, I was always a fancy dancer since I was in junior high. And even before then, I was a Crow traditional dancer in fourth grade.
Cool. Um, we did have a little audio problem. Sorry, everybody. I hope you can hear me now. They could hear you, not me. Cool. And I know we had, before we get talking more about your music, we had Adam Sings in the Timber, who was up there with you at Crow Fair. He wanted you to tell a little bit about what all happened this weekend. I know you did a little MCing up there. He wanted to hear about what you thought about the weekend up there.
Oh yeah, being a powwow, that was like my first time emceeing Crow Fair. I've done Bozeman powwow and a couple other powwows, but emceeing that Crow Fair, is like it's a big thing to Upsaloga because you have to have the right. There's a lot of protocols involved and stuff like that. And people are critiquing your Crow language, stuff like that. So it's a big it's an honor to carry that that right and represent in a good way. But it went really good. I got a lot of good feedback. People say you did a good job. You sounded good and you were respectful and keep it up. Good job. So it was awesome. It was fun.
That's great. That's cool. We had Adam on the show last week, and he talked, a little bit. For people who don't know, Crow Fair is not just a powwow. It's more than that. There's the rodeo. There's a parade. There's lots of there. I mean, there's the teepee camp. I think you could go around and spend time just enjoying that. So it's not your average powwow that some people may be used to going to at some of the bigger Morongo or Gathering of Nations. It's a little bit different than that.
Yeah, definitely. Big old celebration. All the crows of Salaga, they come out and they camp, for like a week, and just it's all family. It's just a big old family celebration. It's awesome.
Cool. All right, so I want to play here for everybody. Let me show them a little bit about what you do. I'm going to play a little bit of your video, Dance Like Everybody's Watching. All right, that was a little bit about one of his recent videos. And let me get you back on the screen here. Tell us a little bit about that video, kind of what was your inspiration behind it. And that actually features you dancing, which is the other thing. You're very well-known powwow dancer, too.
Yeah, that video was just kind of like, I had a drone, that I went on some tour dates down south. And I said, I'm going to take this drone. I bought it, and I barely use it. I want to try to get some footage down at Monument Valley, because it's so beautiful down there, Dene Nation. And so went over there, and I wasn't able to shoot any footage because they said, no drone zone. I was like, too bad. Then one of my friends, Ritten, she's a hip hop artist as well, lives in Cape Town, Kienta. She invited me over to eat, and she said, hey, I can get you down there. My auntie, has like land, right there next to the mitten, and that's their land. So she's like, we'll get you down there. So we went in there, and we got to shoot the video footage, and we just fancy dance, just danced like that, and always had the urge and kind of desire, to like always share the values of powwow, that I was taught. A lot of people are just all about competition nowadays. If they lose, they get mad, and all of this, but we always got to go back to the values, about that circle and how sacred it is. And it's not about the money or competition, which is, that's good. That's good. That's just a bonus. But it's about, right here, about the heart. When you're dancing out there, you're dancing, for the people who are watching, your relatives, your family, your ancestors. And so I just kind of wanted to express those values, in the video. Came out great. Yeah,
that's an amazing video. I love the drone footage. That was really cool. And who did the music on that one?
That was Nakoa Heavy Runner. Yeah,
okay.
Shout out to Nakoa.
Yeah.
Good man.
All right, now let me show one more here. This is probably one of your earlier ones, the prayer loop song.
Yep.
So one of the things I love about that, we'll let that play a little bit here in the background, is, I love the contemporary hip hop that a lot of native artists are doing. You do a really cool twist on it, that you bring some of the traditional elements back with the drum, and I think you've used some rattles and other things before too. How did you come up with that, mixing the two things like that?
That was actually an idea, that I had in the back of my mind, for a long time. And, growing up in powwow culture, native culture is just kind of normal life, and then you have hip hop culture, and to put them together, back in the day was always kind of like, taboo, you don't really do that, for whatever reasons, timing or whatever. But, I think it's a lot of timing and, issues with the heart and what you're doing, with the music. Like if I was saying some crazy stuff about drinking, doing drugs or whatever, I was mixing the culture together with it, that would be like, no way, don't do that. But when your heart's good and you're like trying to do something positive, reach out to the people in a good way, then I think, it's good, to do something new in that way that speaks their language. And at the same time, it represents, both sides, putting together hip hop wise and culture wise. And it shows the young people, hey, it's good to be who we are as Native Americans, as Native people. And at the same time, hey, we walk in these other worlds, which, are influenced by these other cultures. And let's still be who we are, as natives, but at the same time, we can practice these other cultures, so to speak, put them together.
Yeah, mixing it together is pretty cool. I mean, I saw you even threw a little robot in there on the video. There you go. All right, so and I'd seen some people do these kind of videos with other things, not in the native sense, but the ones where you're mixing these together. Was this the first time you tried this? Doing the loop like this?
Yeah, doing the looping. I got invited down to America's Got Talent. They're like, hey, we want you to come audition. And so I was like, yeah, I'll do that. And I was thinking, what am I gonna do? Am I just gonna fancy dance, or should I rap in my outfit, or what should I do? And I watch online these loopers. They have these looping machines where they create music at the same time. And it really has the effect of like the awe effect, of showmanship. And when you see it visually, it's like, wow, that's cool. What is he doing? How are they doing that? And so I wanted to do that with the looper. So I got a looper, and I learned how to use it in only like, in a whole week. But I said, man, I want to do it native style. I'm going to represent who I am, my identity all in this video. I'm going to do fancy dancing. I'm going to do, use the drum, use the flute, scratch, I'm a DJ. So I said, and the beatbox, rap, and then dance to my own music. I was like, man, if I can do that over there, that's pretty unique, so in my mind. So I went down there and I tried out and I sucked, I was whack. Like, no, you didn't make it. Oh man, cheap, So went back home, and then the Billings Gazette said, hey, we heard about your audition, we want to do something, do a little story. And if you want to do like a little video, put it online, we can do that. And so that's where the video Prayer Loop song was birthed. We did that visual online, and it was really unique, like started spreading all over the world.
Yeah, I'm looking at it here. This is the Billings Gazette's, and 1.3 million views so far. Do you have any idea that you were going to reach that many people?
Not at all. Like when we put it out, we're like, oh man, we got like 2,000 views. Oh, next day like 5,000. Oh man, big time. That's awesome, 5,000. Because my other videos, we did videos, in the past, just kind of like all hip hop stuff, and it took a long time just to get like, 10,000. It took years to get like 10,000 views, And then this one was just like going through the roof, and it just started elevating to where, it blew our minds. We're just like, holy smacks, this is crazy. People are really embracing this, and it's really powerful. And I was just happy and just humbled by it all.
Cool. It's been fun to watch. I've enjoyed seeing your videos and kind of seeing the evolution here. I'm gonna have to bring up here in a minute. I got to bring up the what was it? Kitchen utensils, I believe.
Oh yeah, fry bread, huh?
Is that what? Yeah. Yes. All right. So are you cooking one night and just got the idea for this?
I was just in the kitchen, I was like looking around. I was like, you can make a beat, out of all this stuff with the looper. I was telling my wife, and she's like, we should make a video real quick, and cook some fry bread at the same time, it'll be funny. So I was like, yeah, let's do it. So we just put that whole thing together, just kind of out of humor and just impulse, and it was just creative. It was pretty funny.
There it goes.
There it is. Let's eat.
Oh man, I can smell the fry bread.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, be another one like that.
Yeah, so what showed a couple of your videos. What's next? You got some more planned here?
Yeah, I actually do. I'm trying to finish up, a new project, a new album called Illuminatives. I'm trying to finish that up. Hopefully late fall, around there I'll be done. I'm trying to get my features in line there. I'm trying to get Cheebers Topa, my brother, if you're out there.
Oh yeah.
Do that song. And then some down south across the border. Suklima is her name, I think. But she's an awesome singer, trying to get her on there, as well as Fawn Wood. What's up, Fawn? Shout out to Fawn. And got Northern Cree, on the sample on the Somewhere. So Northern Cree, we got you on there. It's all good. So yeah, just trying to finish up, that album. I got the artwork, the album cover is done. That was just yesterday. So I'm just trying to finish that up, get another video out, and just keep on going, keep on moving.
Awesome. And we got some questions coming in on the Facebook here. People want to know where they can see you next, where your next performance is.
If you're in Spokane, I'll be MCing over there at the Powwow this coming weekend over there. And then I'll be at Oahe with the Show Pies, Shoshone Paiutes, for a youth conference over there the 29th and 30th of this month. Is that right? Yeah, this month. Then after that, I'll be going to Milwaukee, which is the Indian Summer Festival they have out there. I'll be out in Milwaukee. And then Winnevegas, I think that's in Iowa, the casino. I'll be performing out there. And I'm working on a poster right now, so I don't have all the dates in my head. We'll be out there, as well as shout out to Tyler Lasley. We'll be hopefully in Meskwaki people over there at the same time. And just stay on my Facebook, man. I'll have them all listed.
All right. And make sure everybody visit our site, www.powwows.com/powwowlife12. We'll have all the show notes there, links to his Facebook page, and you can follow along and make sure you don't miss any of his upcoming shows. All right. A couple other questions we've got coming in. Somebody else is now craving fry bread. Kristen's mentioning that seeing the video there, making her crave it. And somebody else wanted to know what you think of some of the other artists out there, kind of in the same, not quite doing what you're doing, but like the Tribe Called Red and some of the other folks that are mixing in the traditional with the contemporary.
Sure, yeah, I'm with it, because it sounds good, and it still has that, even though it's not like really super traditional, it's not traditional at all. It's just totally contemporary. I'm with it. It sounds good to my ears. As long as it sounds good to my ears and makes me feel good, I'm with it. I'm a fan. I'm a fan of Tribe Called Red and all the others doing it. So.
Yeah, I think it's really cool what you guys are all doing. One of the things we always try to do with powwows.com, we get a lot of non-native viewers, and I'm sure there's a lot of people watching tonight that didn't grow up going to powwows or going to ceremony, and people have a hard time understanding that the culture is not stuck in what they see in the history books, that it is an alive, living, vibrant culture. And I think this kind of music really shows that. I mean, things do evolve, things do change. So it's really cool to see you guys doing that. And speaking of that, what are some of your influences now? Who do you look to? What inspires you? What musicians do you listen to?
When it comes to hip hop, I'm inspired by people who are into lyricism, into the craft of writing lyrics, syllable structure and cleverness, like punchlines and things of that sort. And so, like, Eminem, Chino XL. I'm a '90s now. I'm a '90s hip hop head, so I still like Onyx and MOP, the more raw and rugged, type of East Coast stuff. And but at the same time, I like a lot of positivity. I like Lecrae, Andy Mineo, just anybody that's doing something positive with hip hop and using that platform, in a good way. That's kind of, it's rare. It's rare in this day and time. So anybody doing something positive, for the people, their music, that inspires me. That kind of fires me up, to make my music as well.
And speaking of that, because of your videos have spread and word's gotten out here, I think you've gotten some unique opportunities to speak to people about Native culture. I know you spoke to Google and some other things. What has that been like?
Yeah, it's been great. Like, after putting the videos out, and they started, like, I've been doing hip hop for a long time, so it was always kind of like in the res boundaries. People from the res kind of like knew me in Native hip hop. That kind of, when I did the videos, it began to cross, those boundaries, and other people started embracing, the music that I was making. And so it was dope, to see like Snoop Dogg, share my video, and, Issei Morales and The Doors, the band, The Doors shared it. Harry Belafonte, calls me up, said, hey, I'm a fan. Like, things like that just kind of blow my mind. As well as Taboo from the Black Eyed Peas, he calls me up. He's like, hey, man, you're really inspiring, and, I'm going to use this platform to help you out as well. It's all kinds of natives. So just to see that, my mind's still kind of blown, like, shout out to Tony Duncan. He was telling me too. He's like, hey, man, he's like, let me get your number. He said, Nelly Furtado really likes your videos. And I was like, what? That's cool. Crazy. So to work, perform for Google and just have this kind of like mainstream media kind of reach out to me in those ways is like a total blessing. I'm just like totally blessed by it all. And I embrace it and just, riding the wave, so to speak.
That's awesome. Yeah. And you got some people giving you some thanks here. Cindy, it says positivity and rap are rare. She thanks you for that. And some other people sending blessings your way and thank you for representing Native pride. It's really cool that you have bridged that gap and gotten into mainstream. When you go and talk at some of these places, I'm curious to know, what's their perspective on Native culture and what are the things they're asking you?
They're kind of like, America is still uneducated, when it comes to Native culture. And so you find yourself as an artist being Native, you become an educator, automatically. So you have to educate these people who have a mindset, a stereotypical view of Native American culture, that they see on TV, or, they just don't know. And so you find yourself being an educator and telling them that, hey, we're doctors, we're lawyers, we're hip hop artists, we live in houses, everything. We're just like, else, but we have this rich culture and this heritage that that we embrace, and these values as well. And that's what I'm seeing mostly, is that these other tribes, are not other tribes, but these other people, are like really drawn towards Native culture and spirituality. The values that we have as Native people is something really strong. Like, people from around the world are drawn to Native culture and spirituality. And just like, over there in North Dakota, that's a prime example, of all races coming together, to make a stand, against the pipeline, that. Shout out to everybody over there at Standing Rock. One love, prayers are with you, and everybody listening to this, watching this, I encourage all of you to go over there, make a stand, with the people at Standing Rock. Fighting for clean water, such a thing like that. Just clean water, trying to, do something right, just trying to live, provide for your family and all of that. So, corporate America is coming against little people, so to speak. And so we need everybody head on over there, whether if you're not able, share some share some videos, and just keep the awareness going. And if you're able, head on over there, donate some money, do something, and just come together in unity. And, that's what it's all about. So that's what I'm seeing all over the places that I get to speak is that educate them about who Native Americans are, and just simple things like that. And I enjoy it.
Awesome, that's great. All right, got a couple more questions here. Somebody has asked a couple of times, any plans to come to Orlando?
Yeah, Orlando, that would be awesome. I was just down there with the Seminoles, down there, and it was awesome. Like, they treated us like hospitality was, amazing. I shout out to the Seminole Nation. So I'd love to come to Orlando, any place I'm always open.
Yeah, the Seminoles is in February. When's theirs? Is it February?
They have a few.
Yeah, they have a couple of powwows. Yeah, they put on a good one. So yeah, look for him maybe next year. Be back. That's in Hollywood. Is that where you were?
Yeah, we're in Hollywood and Big Cypress and Dayton. It's all lovely there.
Good deal. All right, let's see. We got some other questions coming in. Yeah, Louisiana, North Dakota. I think you got a tour coming. It looks like people want you to schedule a full tour.
Booking Supercrow at Hotmail.
There you go. All right, yeah. Talk to your local powwows. Talk to any kind of event organizers. You got a performer here who's ready. Lots of opportunities to bring him out. Yep. And James, thanks. One love to Standing Rock. Appreciate everybody putting that out there. So looks like C. Lynn is looking to see if you could come down to their powwow in Louisiana. All right, we'll get in touch with him, and we'll have links in the show notes. Is there anything else you want to say to everybody out here? Any chance we could get a little performance out of you tonight? Put you on the spot?
I can bust a little verse, I guess.
All right.
Let's see. All right, this is a prayer song. It was I pray for the chairman and tribal officials. I pray for Black Whistle and those who have missiles. I pray for young leaders to be raised up and old leaders who gave up. I pray that they wouldn't stay stuck. I pray for skateboarders grinding on concrete and all the MCs who be rhyming. I pray for the girl who got molested, for the man who got tested, and all the people who got arrested. I pray for the foster kids and drug addicts and all the men behind closed doors with lust habits. I pray for you. Pray for the ones with cancer and the young teen who thinks suicide's the answer. I pray for you. Pray that you make it through. Pray you find the way, because the way is true. And I pray you ride against the adversary. And not only do you listen, but that you hear me. This is for the one who's barely hanging on. Got bills to pay, real life, pain is strong. Don't got enough money, don't have enough faith. Every time you make good, you always making mistakes. Nobody really knows how you feel inside. You pray for your family, but still they died, still they cried. Why is the question? Why are we here? What's the meaning of life? Throughout the years, or you pray for your loved ones, but they never change. Seems like it's in vain, still staying the same. Still drinking, still telling you lies while you strive to survive, working hard on your 9 to 5. Just keep hope alive, just as long as you can. It's on its way today, that's a part of the plan. Don't give up, hold on, endure to the end. He told me to tell you that the truth is within. Oh,
thank you. That was awesome. And while you're giving us that, lots of people asking for your website, so I'm putting it up here on your Facebook page up here on the screen. Again, we'll have it on the show notes, but it's facebook.com greasyface. Any other links people can you want to point people to?
Snapchat, it's Billy-Ills, ILLS. That's my Snapchat. Instagram is Billy Ills, just one word. And Twitter is @Superman Hip Hop.
All right, there you go. There's all the links, and we'll put those on the show notes too, www.powwows.com/powwowlife12. Oh, man, this has been fantastic. Thank you for coming on. Appreciate you again spreading the message out there. Really do appreciate what you do and your songs. Can't wait to see more of it. We will continue sharing it on powwows.com. Our viewers love it, so can't wait to see more, and I really appreciate you coming on tonight.
Yeah, appreciate the opportunity.
Thanks very much, and I'm sure we'll see you sometime soon. But thank you, and good night. Appreciate it.
All
right, everybody. Thanks so much for tuning in and all the comments tonight. Be sure to subscribe to us on iTunes, like us on Facebook, subscribe on Stitcher, and of course, please, if you enjoyed the video, if you enjoyed seeing the interviews here, share this with your friends or your family. Let's get more people watching next time. We got more guests coming up. Post in the comments or send us an email of what other guests you want to see. We really appreciate all the feedback. And if you like the show and want to support the show, head on over to www.powwownation.com and join the Powwow Nation. That's where you can support the show, make sure we can continue to do this. As a reminder, yes, I see some people asking, yes, we will have more webcasts coming up. Paula Powwow this weekend. Watch it live Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. We've got Morongo coming up. We'll be streaming that live in September. October, we'll have Hunting Moon. November, we'll be heading back to Durant. I think there might be another one or two in there. Lots of opportunities for you to watch powwows live on your phone, your tablet, your laptop, your computer, or if you've got Apple TV or Roku, even on your TV in your living room. Well, thanks, everybody. Again, I'm Paul Gowder. I'm your host with powwows.com. Thanks so much for all your support and everybody watching, and we'll see you down the trail. Good night, everybody.